Greetings, radio travelers. My name is SirPetre, and welcome back to another video. Today I am doing something totally different than what I normally do, which is the normal gameplay stuff and things, and that is because recently somebody asked me if I could show or do a video showing my settings that I use for recording. Now, I'm not going to show like my actual computer settings and things like that because I haven't really adjusted them, and I'm sure it's different for most computers and things like that. All I've done is like maybe change the volume of my mic to 100%, and that's basically it. But I am going to be showing my OBS settings for those of you that are curious. Now, this isn't going to be a very in-depth tutorial of how to set up OBS and things like that. This is just going to be me going through my settings and showing you what works for me. It may not work for everyone, but I encourage you to have a play around and try to figure things out for your own. It took me probably about 10 hours or more to set up my settings to where they are now. And also, when you have settings that are working, don't touch anything. If you're happy with them, don't touch them, because you'll just break something. I've learned this from many times of me trying to be like, oh hey, but you know, if I try recording at a slightly higher quality, and it never works. It always breaks something, so don't do that. So I just brought up the settings here, and in the general tab, I haven't touched anything, I don't think, at all, so I'm just gonna show you guys this, and feel free to pause the video or rewind it so that you can see the settings properly. I'm going to go through here semi-fast, so yeah, feel free to do that. Moving on to the stream settings, I'm sure if you guys have OBS, and this is OBS Studio, by the way. If you have OBS Classic, you will probably need to find another tutorial, because I used to use OBS Classic, but I have since upgraded to OBS Studio because it seems to work a little bit better. But yeah, this is just where you add your stream key and things. If you're streaming to YouTube, then it would be YouTube or YouTube Gaming, your Twitch, whatever you wish. Moving on, I'm going to deal with the recording tab first here. Now, I recently found out that you can, or that I have the ability to record at 1080p 60fps stuff, so hopefully some videos with that will be coming soon. But yeah, you're going to want to set the output mode to advanced if it isn't already. Here we go. Type is standard because I don't want to deal with FFmpeg because it's useless, really. And recording format is MP4 because most editors should be able to take out MP4. Encoder is NVENC H.264. That one seems to be the best because like the times 264 and things like that seem to be a little bit more stressful on a computer. My rate control is CBR. Again, I recommend CBR. You can have a fiddle around with these if you wish. Now, if you're doing 1080p 60fps recordings, I would probably recommend 10,000 for the bitrate because it just seems to be kind of nice. It doesn't get too blurry, but it's not completely lossless quality, and so it makes it a little easier on your computer, I find, at least. Keyframe intervals, don't really know what any of that stuff does, but I don't touch it. Preset, default, profile, main, level, auto, all these other things you can have a look at. Oh yeah, but also for the bitrate, if you're doing 720p, I would say if you want really nice clear quality, I would say 8,000. You can also drop it lower. That is fine too. As you will see in a second here, I stream at a different bitrate. I'll show the audio settings. I haven't touched any of these things at all. The streaming settings here, though, is same encoder, same one audio track, things like that, same CBR, but I stream at 720p 60fps, and so I have my bitrate set to 4,000. I haven't touched it in quite some time because it works, and so, like I said, don't touch it if it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because you can't, because it's not broken. Moving on, again, preset default, profile main, all these different things, they are all the same, really. And then the audio settings, I haven't touched anything in here, I don't think, except for the microphone. I set to that one instead of default because I was having some issues with my microphone once upon a time. Now the video, here we go. You're going to want to set this resolution to your monitor. I'm sure there's ways to check what resolution your monitor is. If you don't know, you can look that up. I don't know how, so enjoy. Google. I don't know. Then the output scaled resolution is the one that you will be recording or streaming at and things like that. So if you want to do 1080p, it's at 1920 by 1080. But then I have the downscale filter set to yeah, anyways, that one, the sharpened scaling 32 samples, because that one seems to be the best one. FPS is set to 60. Hotkeys, you can fiddle around with those. I'm not going to touch it. Process priority can help a little bit. If you change that and the priority of your game in your task manager and things like that, you can, if your OBS is recording at low FPS, but your game is running at higher FPS, or at fine FPS, then you can fiddle around with it and try to figure it out. I'm not going to explain it anymore. I'm sure you can find another tutorial that I did. But yeah, I'm just showing you the stuff. The audio monitoring device is set to my headset. So if you're ever wondering what headset I use, that is the headset that I use. It's a pretty simple headset, but it's pretty nice. And also there is another thing you can do is you can click on here, go to filters and add noise suppression. I'm not going to show you that because it's a hassle and I don't have time to explain it. Anyways, but yeah, you can set a noise suppression filter and that should clear out any static or background noise. Well, not any, but some of it, and it'll help improve the audio quality of your videos. So hopefully you did find that helpful, and again, like I said, you can fiddle around with any of these settings to try to find the optimal one for your computer. If you're wondering my computer specs, you can look in the about on my channel, and I have them there. But other than that, I thought that I would do this video to maybe help some of you, and in case people in the future ask me, how do you record like this? Or how do you stream like this? I can say, hey, there's a video on my channel so that I don't have to explain because I'm lazy. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you wish to see more, don't forget to subscribe as well. My name is SirPetre. Farewell.